What up, my faithful? It is your brother from another mother in the house. How is everybody doing? I am Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness podcast. We're going to talk a little bit 49ers Rams recap with one of their most fanatic fans that you can find on YouTube, Mr. Payo Time. I'll be bringing him on, and we're going to be talking about this loss and what it means going forward for the Rams. What does this win mean going forward for the Niners? But before I do, make sure you wipe your feet, and smash that like button for your boy, Niner Sickness. Appreciated that. For those that are tuning in, welcome. I'm going to bring my boy, and we're going to talk about the game that we just played. So, no further ado, let's go ahead and bring the man of the hour. Everyone say hello to Payo Time.
Hello, everyone. And I'm excited to talk some football with you, Niner Sickness, and everyone in the chat. I'm rocking my Marshall Falk jersey today because I got to feel like a winner again. And how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing, I can say a little bit better than you are, at least football-wise. Definitely doing a little bit better. Payo Time, eat crow. That's Luna. What's up, Dina? And Javier Rios, everyone. And I'm wearing my boy, the best. Okay, not one of the best, but the best left tackle in football, Mr. Trent Williams. Although Brunskill looked like the best guard in football against AD. We're going to get into this football game that we played on Monday night. I came onto your show a few times. You came into mine, and I was recently jumped in a little bit late, but I jumped into your podcast that you had with CJ and the 49er Ultimate, and you had two other Rams, and I apologize, I can't remember their name at the moment. What was their names?
Yeah, it was Rams Insider and Rams Superfan, and that was my first time doing a kind of a mega collab like that with three Niners fans, three Rams fans, and it was just 45 minutes before the game, and that was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to because I had some things that I was doing, but I seen it was kind of like 3 against 2. And I'm like, oh, I'm competitive, bro. So I'm like, oh, hell no. I can't let my boys hang, man. I got to jump in there and make it even 3 against 3. So that's why I popped in.
Yeah, that was great.
But talking about this game on Monday night, we talked about that day about 45 minutes before the game started on Monday. And on paper, I mentioned that I was concerned about this game. I felt that the Rams were a better team, but I did mention to you that the Niners were more desperate to win this game than the Rams were. They needed this game more than the Rams did if they wanted to maintain in that competition for that 7th spot in the playoff race. They were going against Carolina, Atlanta, and there's another team that I can't think of right now that's ahead of us. We're right now positioned in 9th place, game and a half away from that 7th spot. So we needed this win, particularly. Now, I was based on the addition of Matthew Stafford. You guys brought in OBJ wasn't really too much of a concern because I knew he was new within that week, but bringing in over Von Miller, being there for a whole week was a concern. And us not having Robert Saleh, us having D'Amico Ryans. And to be honest with you, based on what we went through against Arizona, I mean, we got beat by a JB team. It was a JB Arizona team. I mean, they were playing all their backups, and they beat us pretty handy. So based on what we've seen on the field against Arizona, based on what was coming in with the addition of Matthew Stafford, the addition of Von Miller and OBJ, on paper, there was legitimate concern. But I always preach and I always said that Kyle Shanahan has always played chess while Sean McVay is playing checkers. And that's how I've always said in my show. the master above the student, and um, that brought confidence. It just seems like in the NFC West, there are teams that have each other's numbers, right?
Yeah.
You guys seem to have the Seattle Seahawks number. No matter how good the Seattle Seahawks are playing, you guys always find a way to beat them. Arizona always finds a way to beat us. And we always find a way to beat you guys, and the Seahawks finds a way to beat us. Or vice versa. But my point being, what's up, John? Hey, sir, how you doing? With the skill set of that we had, now we haven't put everything on paper. I knew that if we were effectively in the run, that we had a chance to win this game. I did not. If anybody said that they knew the Niners were going to run 40 plus times, you're lying. Stop lying to yourself. We haven't been running. We have been abandoning the run lately. So to believe that we were going to run, and this game against the Rams, Payo, not only did we win, but we imposed our will very early. We made a statement, right? The statement was, we're going to run the ball, and you guys have to find a way to stop it. Mm-hmm. And the first drive after the interception, I believe we took off 11 minutes off the clock. That is absurd of, especially when I think the biggest run was like 3.5 yards per carry. We were like just little runs here and there, but we were effective. So let me ask you, out of everything that took place on Monday night, what surprised you as a Rams fan in that game?
In the game, there's a lot of takeaways. It's so cliche, but you learn more from a loss than a win. They say, right? And I think one of the biggest surprises to me was just the Rams' uncharacteristic drops, and I knew we would miss Robert Woods. Robert Woods is a key part of this offense. He's been a key part for years. He's a pretty sure-handed catch guy. He runs a crossing route better than just about anybody in the NFL. And he's one of the best receivers at blocking in the run game. And what frustrated me is seeing, Van Jefferson given this opportunity to step up, and he couldn't do it. You've seen Ben Saronic try to step up, and he's a 7th round rookie, so the expectations were low, but he couldn't do it. And they even Tyler Higbee, he had some uncharacteristic CG, some uncharacteristic drops, and so that was pretty surprising to me. And ultimately that helped, the 49ers. They got to keep their defense fresh all year. Oh, thanks, Warner. But yeah, so we couldn't keep our offense on the field, and our defense couldn't get on the field, and that allowed the 49ers to play, what I call the insane drain game, where you just jam it down our throats. You get to drain the clock. You control the game, and at no point. Maybe the first play of the game was the only play that the Rams were in control of this, where OBJ caught it. Yeah. That was maybe the one play. And I would like to comment on OBJ. This is something that I've noticed, that we live in such a reactionary culture, and the corporate media headlines. I'd never had a ton of respect for them, but this week, trashing OBJ, comparing Matt Stafford to Baker Mayfield's situation in Cleveland, and you're like, this player had one practice and a walkthrough, and so the Rams obviously scripted him in early, but he was only on the field for 13 snaps, and yeah, I think that it was ridiculous of the media to think that OBJ was just going to come in after one practice and come into this offense that is very different than the one they run in Cleveland, and light it up.
Yeah, I hear you. Real quick, I just want to just say hello to everybody that's popping in. We have Luke Luna, we have Karthik popping in, Mandu. We
Oh,
have
great.
Aruna in the house. We have Big Jason Gaming. If you like Madden, if you love Madden, my boy, let me bring him up real quick. Big Jason Gaming. This dude is awesome. He plays great Madden. The boy can school the best of them out there. So I just want to bring knowledge to him. Follow him if you're not following his YouTube. Great guy, man. Much love and respect for you, Jason. Welcome, welcome. Lucky's in the house. Lucky, my boy Moses. We like to call him Disciple, D-back Disciple, because this man knows his secondary. Coached it, he played it, and his sons play the same position. So this is a guy that I go to for all my secondary information that I need. So the questions are being popped in here, and I'm going to just read, and then we're going to proceed Payo time. It says, Karthik says, Mandu says, I can't take back the physicality from the Niners defense. It felt like pre-COVID, you should hear the pads colliding like it was without fans. Ooh, love that. Absolutely. I love that statement. Big Jason Gaiman says, I believe the Rams should use OBJ differently. Now, let me ask, now that we brought up OBJ for a second.
Yeah.
That throw to OBJ.
Oh, you mean the punt?
Well, yeah, where we intercepted.
It was essentially a punt.
Yeah, credit to Jimmy for being in that spot too. Okay, I'm not taking nothing away from Jimmy. The second one that he took it to the house was more him. This one he was just in the right place. But is this the effect that OBJ brings because he's such a sensation on the media? He's such a popular receiver that he forces. Because let me ask you, what was the purpose of throwing the deep ball to a receiver that is not on the same page with your quarterback? I mean, give me the thought process behind that throw. I don't understand it.
So I've thought a lot about that, and it's definitely annoying. It seems to me that they were like, okay, we can only incorporate OBJ in so much, so let's script him into the first series. Try and let the Niners know they have to watch out for him, and so they throw him on the hitch route to start the game, which was a nice catch. It was good, like literally probably the best play of the game for the Rams. And then they take that shot downfield, which I'm not against a deep shot early at all. I do think that it was maybe a little ambitious and obviously, Jimmy Ward was in the right place, right time, and Odell turned the wrong way. And Odell made a great tackle after the interception.
No, he did. But Cooper
but
Kupp was wide open, bro.
No, that's the frustrating thing about that play is like it seems like they were telling him like, okay, we're taking we're gonna try and score quick. Let's take the deep shot. But yeah, no, I absolutely.
But to a receiver that hasn't been on your roster,
it's.
Were you trying to catch us off guard? I mean,
I guess so, and like you could tell it was a game script thing, and I have every it was. I have every faith that it was very much a Mcvay going, all right, let's take the top off, let's open up the scoreboard. And it clearly did not work.
Exactly. I understand going deep. I understand that. What's up, Daniel Cantu? Welcome. Jason Rodriguez is in the house. Welcome, sir. Big Hop Jones is in the house. How you doing, sir? Welcome. I understand going deep. I understand taking the deep shot. I understand. That's what you guys do. That's where Matthew Stafford does best. But if you're going to do something like that, you should do it to your receiver that you are familiar with, which is Cooper Kupp. Whether it's a completion or not, okay, but you throw it to a receiver that just came in. So I understand the very first play you guys threw to OBJ, he caught it. Okay, I understand that. That's a short pass. trying to get him into the game. But I don't understand what McVay was thinking, honestly, going deep like that. And then OBJ did what he does best. You know that OBJ, the problem that he has is that in his head, he has his own play. He has his own routes. Mm-hmm. Okay, he runs his own routes. He doesn't do what the quarterback says or the route that is called a lot of times. If he sees something on the field, he adjusts this on the field. He completely stopped.
Yeah.
He stopped, and it's like, I mean, he made a great tackle. You got to give him that.
Yeah,
a great tackle, but his job is not to be a defender.
Yeah, I'd rather he make a great catch.
Yeah, that's his job, and he stopped. I mean, Jimmy was like, I bet you Jimmy, the only thing going in Jimmy's mind was, oh, don't drop it, because it was like a punt, like you said, a punt. Mm-hmm. Don't drop it. And he caught the ball. And then we were able to impose our will. And I think that was a turning factor for us. Offensively, we were able to run the ball down the Rams' throat. There was nothing. Now, I understand you say that Robert Woods was missed. And yes, he is missed overall as a pass catcher on your team. But I don't think if Robert Woods would have made any difference in this game, because what hurt you guys wasn't your offense, it was your defense. Your offense wasn't on the field as much because we were running the ball like crazy. We kept your offense off the field. So even if Robert Woods is a big difference. I understand. I'm not undermining what he can do. But I don't think he would have made a difference in this particular game because the Niners were very physical, pounding the ball, running the ball, and it seemed like the Rams had no answer to the run.
Well, and it was frustrating to me because all season long, the Rams have been playing this bend but don't break defense. And, Raheem Morris, our defensive coordinator, has been criticized for it. And this game, probably more so than any other game, you saw it. Like the Rams they were playing soft. They weren't playing the physical game that they needed to play. And what frustrates me is, seeing a team not just like, it's not like the Niners had amazing like run blocking throughout this entire thing. They literally ran it up the gut, right? Like, if you were, had a game plan where you're running it to the outside and then up the gut, like you're mixing it up, the Niners literally just ran it straight up, north and south up the field. And that's frustrating to see when your defense can't stop that kind of running.
Yeah, I can imagine it is. Now, let's get on to a couple of our points here in this game. Daniel Brunskill looking like a Pro Bowler every time we play the Rams and Aaron Donald. Brunskill is not your, let's be honest, he's not your great or one of our great guards on this team, but it seems like as much as the Niners have the Rams number, it seems like Brunskill has AD's number. What is it about AD that he can't win the matchups against Brunskill? And Brunskill threw him to the ground in one of those plays. He panked him. I don't know if you've seen that, but what is it about Brunskill that AD struggles with, in your opinion?
I was talking about this with 49ers Ultimate Report yesterday, but after thinking about it, I and again, I don't know the science behind it. I don't know the scheme behind it or anything like that. One of the things that Aaron Donald does so well and makes him so dangerous is he often gets leverage on offensive linemen. He's a shorter guy, but he's strong. Like he is very strong. And I'm just wondering, like maybe that, Brunskill has some ability to help out with, fighting that leverage or somehow. Like I again, I don't know the science behind it, but he's obviously watched his film on AD, and he that's been able to help him have some success.
Yeah, that makes a very, very valid point. Yeah, it seems like Brunskill just his competition just, they say to be the best, you need to play the best, and sometimes the best brings the best out of you. Whether he's good overall, which he's not, he's okay, but against I don't know if Aaron Donald beat Brunskill's wife up, kids up in the past, where he just has something for AD. I'm joking, but he plays AD very, very well. Um, Next question I wanted to ask you: why does Sean McVay have such a hard time coaching against Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, I'll let your Niners fans have this, that I have found the Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan's daddy memes hilarious.
Oh, I
I
love
don't like
those.
them, but they're so funny. Credit to all the Photoshop experts out there who are making those happen. Um, yeah, it's a valid question, and the reality is this is 5 losses in a row. Even though Sean McVay has beaten Shanahan in the past, it hasn't been in a while, and it's you and I have talked before this game.
Who's your daddy? Who's
Oh
your
man,
daddy?
we've talked before this game that um
Sorry.
the Niners, this game would prove if it was Goff or if it truly was Shanahan having McVay's number. And I think because of the outcome of the game, we kind of have to be like, okay, like this wasn't just a Goff thing, even though Goff played terrible in the past couple of meetings with the Niners. Stafford played terrible last night. And I really think that Sean McVay, number one, we definitely abandoned the run way too quick last night or on Monday night. But number two, I also think we from a defensive scheme, we have to play more man coverage. It was so frustrating to see Debo Samuel going off, and like it's not Jalen Ramsey on him. We have Nick Scott on him. Why do we have Nick Scott, like our third corner, on Debo Samuels? And like, I get if you have Ramsey on like Kittle or something, but like they were moving Ramsey around all night, which like I understand there's benefits to that, but I think for a team like the Niners, you got to have your best corner on at least Kittle or Debo every play. And that was something that, like, we paid Jalen Ramsey $25 million a year, and we don't have him covering the best wide receiver on the other team. That makes no sense to me. Um, so just things like that definitely frustrated. But to answer the question, why does Sean McVay have a hard time against Kyle Shanahan? I definitely think it's scheme, but I also think it's execution of the players as well. They got to execute, and they didn't.
Yeah, it's just so true. So true. It's just, to me, it seems like Sean McVay really, really tries so hard to beat Kyle Shanahan lately, and I think it's, say what you will, and this is just my theory, but I think Kyle Shanahan is living rent free inside Sean McVay's head, and he has a special apartment inside his head. And every time they face each other, because when we play you guys, we don't just win; we dominate. A lot of those games that we played in the past,
Last couple ones, yeah.
so it's a very well controlled game. It's not like, oh, we got lucky on a field goal, or you guys fumbled at the last minute and we were able to kick a field goal to win. We have dominated from start to end. Even last year when we played you guys in your house, we played you with a bunch of backups. Kind of like what Arizona did to us this year, we did to you guys last year. And again, that goes to saying that when you play within your division, you're familiarized with certain teams and you just know how to coach against certain teams. And that's something that we see very often in NFC West. Now, let me ask you, bro, where is it? Here, let's see. Are the Rams the real deal, or are they just overrated?
I've seen that word thrown out a lot the past couple of days, and you know what? I try to be a little more optimistic, and I think it was a bad game for the Rams. And I think that their bye week definitely came at a good time. I'm so glad we have a bye week, And we have a tough game after the bye week. We have to go to Lambeau and take on the Packers. Then we have the Jaguars, and then we have the Cardinals. So two of the next three games are going to be tough outings. And I'm continuing to believe that these past two games for the Rams against the Titans and then the Niners have been, rough patches of the season. I still believe this is a Super Bowl caliber team if they play up to their potential. And Niners sickness, I want to tell you something I'm so thankful for about being a Rams fan this year. And I know some of my subscribers, they roll their eyes when I get like this, but I am so thankful to have a team that has expectations.
Okay.
I love that. For so long, I was a Rams fan where I would wish, I'm like, okay, maybe we can steal a win. Maybe we can, trickle into the playoffs. It is so awesome to have expectations of we made all these crazy trades, great signings. The expectation is Super Bowl or bust. And we're expected to beat the Niners. And those expectations weren't met, obviously, on Monday night. But I love that, we'll get to play the Niners again for sure. I love that we have those expectations. And, if the Rams don't meet them, okay, cool. Or not cool, like that'll be disappointing. But it's, as a fan, it's way more fun to have expectations and have a team that you do believe in than, if you're a team like, the Jaguars or the Jets, right? Where you're just like in a constant state of rebuilding, or like when the Lions fans are rejoicing about a tie. Like, I don't want to be that team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's sad. Absolutely 100% agree with that. You have to have expectations. I was looking at your guys' schedule, and I'm a Niner fan, so do I watch what the Rams are doing? Yes, because they're in the West to some extent. Do I watch Arizona and the Seahawks? But let's keep it real. I don't focus much on those teams as much as I do my own, as I'm pretty sure you do as well with your Rams. But looking at the schedule, and I'm going to go into my next question.
Can I just take Moses' question here
Sure.
about the field goal? Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure we get to it. Moses, great question. I was shocked at that fake field goal. I think it was a pathetic attempt at a fake field goal. I have no problems with early in the game going for it. I believe it was 4th and 4 or 4th and 6, one of those. I have no problem going for it there. However, use your regular offense. If you're going to throw a screen pass with no blocking, and Johnny Hecker, like, he's a punter that has a good arm. Like, I don't think that was a bad thing. However, the Niners didn't come close to falling for that fake. If you're going to do a fake, you have to have the awareness to be like, okay, do we actually have a chance of pulling this off? There wasn't a chance. And Johnny Hecker was under pressure immediately after that snap, and he couldn't get a good throw off into it. So I was disappointed in the fake. I don't mind going for it on 4th, but the execution of it was not well done.
Yeah, that was something that it left me scratching my head. I'm like, wow, out of all things to do, to try to pull a trick like that is like, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, our big lineman, 300+ pound guy, tackled him on the open field. I mean, kudos to DJ Jones for doing that. Shows his athletic, even though he's a big boy.
The reality is, at that point in the game, take the 3. Again, I don't mind going for it on a 4th down early like that. But like, even if you do take the 3 points, it would have been an 11-point game at that point, which the game would have had a different flow to it if that would have happened.
You would think at this point you need the points. You need the points because you guys came out empty on that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You guys came out empty on that, and then there was a 4th down that you guys went on that you guys were not able to complete. And then finally, towards the end, on the 4th quarter, then you guys decided to go for a field goal instead of going. I really wanted you guys to go for it because I was pumped. And like, one more stop and we'll keep him at 7. No more points given up. And I felt that was a cheap shot. I understood why you guys did it, but I felt that it was a cheap shot to get more points, because at this juncture, the game was over. 3 points was not going to make a difference. Going for it would have been better, but I understand why he did what he did. But I'm like, the first time when he went for the fake field goal, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Why do you think they did that? I mean, I know you spent a little bit about it, but what do you think their true intentions were behind this? I mean, would they really felt that this was an opportunity to blindside the Niner was not going to expect it, or?
Yeah, I think it honestly was a to go with an aggressive game plan, in the special teams that just wasn't executed really well. The Rams special teams has been highly criticized all season long.
Okay.
And so especially I think that if we would have actually pulled that off, people would have gone nuts, right? They would have been like, yes, finally, we actually did something on special teams. Except for Matt Gay is an amazing kicker. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, that was definitely tough. It says Luke Luna says, Pale time. That's how fake field goals always work. When they work, it's brilliant. When they don't, it's a complete failure, no matter how it plays out. Absolutely.
Well
Either you die by the sword or you live by the sword in a decision like that. So Luke Luna, great observation. That is so true. And I'm going to ask one more question, and then we're just going to do a Q&A with the fan base and have the fan base ask you questions. So guys, get your questions for Pale Time ready. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the best questions said. Now, real quick, before I even do that, for those that watch my video on the 49er Rams prediction game, I haven't had a chance to go over all the scores, or not the scores, but all the predictions yet. I've fallen behind. I'm going to do that today, because what I did is I did a game prediction, and the person that wins gets a prize. So haven't had a chance. I got to watch the whole video to honestly make sure I get everybody's predictions. I got to find a better format. But anyway, I'm going to watch the video today. So most likely tomorrow, I will be doing the prize giveaway and announcing the winner. So Niner Sickness hasn't forgotten. Niner Sickness hasn't changed anything. It's just based on time. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. So my apologies. So going forward, and I'm going to ask this last question, and then I'm going to go ahead and open it up for Q&As with you. Where is it? Is this one here? All right. So let's be honest. Should the Ram fans be worried, especially if they lose to the Packers coming out of a bye?
Mm-hmm. I'm not ready to be worried yet, so I'm going to say no. Obviously, it's a frustrating loss. You lose to a division rival. You lose to in the division. It does limit our ability to compete for the NFC West title and to catch the Cardinals. Because if the Rams would have won, with the Cardinals losing, we're at the same number of losses as them. They hold the tiebreaker, but we play them once more, so there's a chance there. But we're still only one game behind the best record in football. We're a 7-3 team. I do believe that this is a team that can get hot at the right time, and we've seen that almost every year in the NFL. There's always a team that gets hot late in the season, and I believe that can be the Rams. I really do. So I'm not ready to get concerned yet, but I am also more optimistic than a lot of other fans.
Okay. Now, with that said, let's look at your guys' schedule.
Yeah.
And let's look at the wins that you guys have, and let's see which teams you have these wins against. Because a lot of times a record can be misleading.
Yep.
Let's be honest. A record can be misleading. It looks like, you guys are 7-3, but who have you guys really beaten? So you guys beat the Chicago Bears
Yep.
with the okay. At the time they played Dalton, but it was his first year there. Not a good team. You guys beat the Colts, which was okay. They're not that great. Uh,
They're a like week to week team. Some weeks you feel like they could beat anyone. Other weeks you feel like they can't beat anyone.
absolutely. And then the one that I do give you is you guys beat Tom Brady
Yeah,
and the
we
Tampa
beat them
Bay
good.
Buccaneers, and that was a good game. That was a good W in my perspective.
Yeah.
But then you guys lose to Arizona. Okay. Then you guys beat Seattle with Russell Wilson injuring his finger, and then you guys barely beat them in that game, but you guys have the W. Then you guys beat the Giants.
Yeah.
Okay. And I understand these are NFL teams. Okay, I'm not taking them lightly.
No,
But
no.
and then you guys beat Detroit, winnerless Detroit, who tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh my God, how embarrassing! Then you guys go and beat Houston.
Mhm.
Okay. Then you guys lose to Tennessee, and then you guys lose to us. So you look at the wins against the teams, and then you look at the remainder of your schedule. You have Green Bay.
Mhm.
Okay. Then you have Jacksonville with, you have Arizona, you have Seattle, Minnesota, at Baltimore. The Ravens are kind of suspect this year, but you play them, and then you play us at home, but we seem to have your number. So that's not an easy, you can say, well, we're playing at home. It's an easy win. So looking at where your schedule is at today and who you have left on the schedule, how many more games do you think you guys will win going forward? And I know this is not the tail of the coin, but in your perspective, based on the rosters that you're playing.
Yeah, no, that's a fair question. I'd have to go through it, kind of game by game again in my head, but I honestly do believe,
Well, let's go
you
with the
know,
Packers first.
I
Then
believe we can beat the Packers. I think the Packers are due for a loss, and I believe
really,
that will
in
come
the
from the Rams.
cold.
Yeah, yep,
Real
no,
quick, did you turn anything up on your side? Because I hear like an echo.
oh, no, I didn't touch anything.
Okay,
1 2 testing, 1 2. Is that better?
let's see. Yeah, better. Yeah, I started to hear myself. I'm like, hey,
Oh,
I'm
weird.
going crazy.
No,
Okay, so you guys feel you guys can beat the Packers
I do. Yeah,
coming off the
coming
bye.
off coming off the bye, and I also, I'm not someone that believes the Packers are unbeatable, and I think they're a
Oh
team
no,
with
they're not
they're
unbeatable.
they're a good team, but they have flaws.
I absolutely agree. Then you have Jacksonville at
I think
home.
we'll win that.
Yeah,
I'm going to
and
be
then
really bold.
yeah, and then you guys go to Arizona and play Arizona in Arizona. By then, I think Kyle Murray should be back at the helm.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game, and I'm hoping the Rams win it. I do believe that can go either way. But obviously the Cardinals, they matched up with us well in the first game. I do believe the Cardinals came into that game a little bit more, like a little bit more urgency than the Rams, because the Rams hadn't lost to the Cardinals in 4 years, and so I really felt that Cardinals team came in and they kind of willed themselves to victory. What I wish the Rams would have done to the Niners on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I expected the Niners to win just based on history. I did not expect the Niners to win in the way they did by running the ball 44 times, and it should have been 45, but one of them was called back because of a penalty
Yeah.
from you guys. You guys were offsides, but okay. So then you have Seattle uh, at home with Russell Wilson should be back to his own old self. How do you think that game will go?
I think the Rams will win that game. I just think the Seattle is not in a good place with right now where they're. I get, especially with that loss, getting shut out on Sunday. I think the one thing that the Seahawks had going for them was Russell coming back, and he didn't look like himself, and maybe he's able to rebound and have a bounce back performance. But I don't see this Seattle team making like a playoff push.
Okay. Okay. And then you travel over to Minnesota, who's trying to also play for that 7 spot
Mhm.
in the playoffs, and Kirk Cousins.
So if I do believe we match up well with Minnesota, I especially think that this is a game that Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd can really get after Kirk Cousins because he's not a mobile quarterback, and that Minnesota offensive line has been suspect of time this year, and so I think unless Minnesota takes a similar approach where they really run the ball well with Dalvin Cook and Alexander Madison, I think that the Rams will beat the Vikings.
Okay. Okay. And then you go and travel 2 road games back to back. And then you go over to Baltimore and face Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
Yeah, and again, I've said this about the Ravens all year. I have 2 really good friends that are huge Baltimore Ravens fans, and they would agree with me that that team this year, it rides or dies with Lamar Jackson. If superstar Lamar shows up in the game, you're gonna have a hard time beating him. If he doesn't show up, they don't have the defense and run game that they used to. They're a really banged up team as well. And yeah, I think the Rams can win that game, but late January in Baltimore, I have some concerns about the Rams in that game.
Okay. And then final but not least, the team that dominated you just 2 days ago, the San
I'm
Francisco
looking forward to this
49ers.
game. I'm looking forward to this game because I'm hoping that the Rams will be able to get hot and they'll be able to finish out the season with a win in SoFi and going into the playoffs. I would love if they could beat. Hey, what's up, 49ers first takes?
What's up, Aaron?
um,
You know that's our house, right? That's our second home in LA
I thought
by the beach.
I thought Arizona was your second house because you actually had to go play there last year.
That's actually we rented a condo there for
Oh
for the
yeah.
month of December. Um,
But yeah, no, I am, yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. Uh, I obviously until the Rams beat the Niners, I have a hard time picking them, but I'm gonna be optimistic and hope that we can take the dubs.
well, Daddy's coming to play the last game. Daddy's, that song goes, the oldie song, Daddy's Home. I'm going to be playing that song when Kyle goes to SoFi. Daddy's home into his house, and he's ready to play his son, Shawnee McVay. Shawnee, what's up, Mr. Aaron? Niners first takes is in the house. What's going on, brother, from another mother? Look who it is.
Tommy
Creeping
Huxley.
into the last minute of the show, Mr. Tommy Huxley. How
Tommy's
you
a
doing,
secret
sir?
Rams fan.
Yeah. He loves the Rams, bro.
Yeah, he's part of the Ramley.
Yeah. He's part of the Rams league. But it was definitely a tough loss for the Rams. You guys had so much expectations. You guys brought in so much. You guys put so much in the middle of the table, and we called your bluff. That's what it is. You guys put everything in the middle of the table. You had that poker look, and you're like, we're all in. And we're looking at you guys. We're like, so?
Yeah,
We're going to
no.
call your bluff with the run. Stop the run, and then we'll see. We'll talk later. Now, based on what you said about your corner, Ramsey, how are you going to put him on the best receiver when the receivers are lining up like a running back?
Yeah, no, and well, here's my thing. I want to see either Jalen Ramsey, um, 49ers. I want to
Stop
see
it,
either
Aaron. Stop it.
Jalen Ramsey or Darius Williams on Debo, because people, Darius Williams is the guy who is he's not quite on Jalen Ramsey's level, but he's like close there. He's
Uh-huh.
really really talented. And there were times that like he wouldn't be like he's on Brandon Ayuk, and then you'd have Ramsey on like Kittle or something. Then Debo would be coming out of the backfield and just running wild. And yeah, no, the Rams will need to definitely game script and game plan way better. Next to the season. And to be completely honest, Raheem Morris as a defensive coordinator, he's he's feeling some pressure. His seat's a little bit hot because he has a very talented defense, and to put on a performance like they did in back-to-back weeks now, that's not okay. And if he comes out flat, out of the bye week, I I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in him as our defensive coordinator. Because I do believe the Rams will make the playoffs. Even if it is at a wild
They
card.
better.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll have some concerns, with him as our defensive coordinator.
Okay. And real quick, to acknowledge Aaron's take on the Niners, I understand, and I understand, the concern we had, the anger, the frustration we had with the Niners, basically on the ass whipping that we took from the Cardinals. But I think the Niners found their mojo back. I think the Niners found their identity back in the run. If they can stay committed. And you're right, losing to Jacksonville, the blowout to the Rams absolutely means nothing, especially since we're trying to get ourselves into that last spot in the playoff race and see what we can do going in. Because to me, it's not a matter of just making it in. It's how good you're going to be once you're in. I don't want to be a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I don't like the one and done. And people say, well, at least you're in. Well, I want to be, yes, to an extent, but I want to be effective. I want to go in at the right time. I want to go in hot, and I want to go in being consistent. If we beat up the Jacksonville Jaguars and then we continue to build momentum, then we make the playoffs, then I'm excited as a Niner fan because now we have momentum riding behind us. If we barely get by, even if we beat Jacksonville, but we barely get by the skin of our teeth and we win by luck, it's still a concern to me. So how we play the Jaguars definitely means where the Niners are at, because are the Niners going to take Jacksonville lightly? Are they going to be riding too high on this win? We all know that when you win emotionally big, sometimes there's a letdown. We cannot afford a letdown, especially against what you can consider a game trap game against the Jags that have really nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And on paper, the record-wise shows that they're bad, but I think they're I forgot what rating they're at in rushing. They're pretty good in rushing. They can't pass the ball for nothing, but they can rush very well. And we're bad against the rush.
They have the two players that are actually quite hot for the Jags right now, and Tom, we play the Packers, but Josh Allen for the Jags, that linebacker is playing lights out, and even he almost got them to beat the Colts, right? And then their return ace, Agnew, he's a weapon. That is a guy, and he's getting more involved in the offense. So that's kind of again, the Jags. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Niners, but those are two players to look out for when you play them.
Okay, and real quick, Corey says he can't hear you. Doesn't know if he's referring to me or you or both of us.
Me?
So Corey, can you please clarify who is it you can hear, and anybody else that is in the chat? Can you guys hear us? Okay, because it could be that Corey has his speaker turned off. So please clarify on the chat if you guys can hear us or not. Because if you guys can't, then we've been talking just to each other their pale time. The Rams are getting pounded on the ground, and they got mad and started messing up. What's your thoughts on that from Charles Lee? What's up, Charles Lee?
What's up, Charles? It's like, as a Rams fan who watched the Rams get pounded, it was frustrating. And I hope that that's something that we can fix. And I definitely I'm not ready to give up on this Rams team yet. Yeah. And Luke Luna, that's fair. We gotta until we can beat the Niners, we gotta prove it. That's that's just the reality of it. We haven't beaten you guys in 5 tries now.
Yeah, the last time you guys beat us was in a meaningless game at the end of the year
Right.
for us. We had nothing to play for. You guys had nothing to play for either. You guys had you guys were played your backups and so forth. So it was still a win, but that was in 2018, the year that you guys went to the Super Bowl, and you guys haven't won since. So it's definitely a bad taste in the mouth of the Rams and the fan base. Now I'm trying to keep it cordial with you because I love this guy Payo Time. He's cool, but a lot of Ram fans, man, it's like, who is your daddy? And I have no hard time giving them a hard because they give me a hard time. But I think I lost a couple of your Ram fans from my channel because I lost a member. I dropped, but I was like really going crazy against the, who's your daddy and doing all this, making fun. And I don't know. I'm not sure if they left, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did because I wasn't being nice about the Rams. But, you got to have fun, especially when you're 4-5. Now,
Mhm.
your boy, I believe it's what was his name? One of the guys that was there yesterday with us on
Rams
Monday.
Insider or
I believe
Rams
that
Super?
insider. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one that said that we were 4-6, remember, and that we were actually 3. And I said, "Oh,
Right.
you would give us the win,"
Yeah.
which he did. Thank you, sir, for calling that win out. Remember, he said 4, and we are now 4-5. So he definitely called that. It's okay. It's just me. No worries, Corey. You got to plug in that speaker, bro. Honestly, the one player I have respect on the Rams D besides AD and Ramsey is Troy. Okay, there you go. Do you agree with his assessment on that?
I do. Troy Reader's been a lot of fun this year. He's a player that I think it's his third, no, maybe his second season, yeah. But he's been in the Rams like system developing as a player, and he's been a key contributor this year. He's a sound tackler, and yeah, no, that's thank you for that. Yeah.
And then Luke Luna says, if anyone follows my comments knows I've been saying the Rams look beatable. It took the fourth quarter to beat the Lions and get their first lead. They didn't look good a game before that. What's your response to that, there, Mr. Pale Time?
Yeah, so that Lions game, I I think back to that game, and I'm really glad the Rams won. But the reality is the Lions threw everything at us. Oh, nice mug, yeah. The Lions had 2 fake punts they converted and a fake and an onside kick, and so I give them credit to they played hard that game. But yeah, like I don't want to completely disregard Luke Luna's comment because I'm not so oblivious that like the Rams are beatable. We're not a I, we're not a I believe we are a good team. I didn't see us as a team that was gonna run the table, go 17-0 to the Super Bowl. No, like we have flaws like any team does. And it's based on how well you can adjust to those flaws to see your outcome. Hey, Edward.
What's up, Edward? How you doing, sir? So before I'm going to let you go. I'm going to end the show pretty soon because I know Wednesdays are middle of the week, busy schedules, and I know that you're a very
Okay.
busy individual, and I appreciate for your time. But I want to ask you one last question, and I want you to be completely transparent as much as you possibly can.
Okay, I can do that.
How did you feel truthfully about this game emotionally right after? Did you just hate the Niners that much more? Be honest,
um, yeah. So
transparent.
again, yeah, no, total transparency. I was ticked off. I I'll read your comment, Tommy. I missed it somewhere. But yeah, I don't want the Rams to lose, especially to the 49ers. And like my oldest brother, he's a huge 49ers fan, so of course, he politely, reminds me that the Niners are 5 games in a row now. And my honest hope going into this game was, okay, we had the bad loss against Tennessee. Let's get right. Let's get this monkey off our back, beat the Niners, and then let's go into the bye week. 8-2, right? That looks a lot better than 7-3. Um, but yeah, I was, full transparency. I was ticked off, and that's okay because I'm a fan, and that's part of the fun of being a fan, right? And
Yeah,
I I
absolutely.
I like again, I have gotten to a place. I have a rule. I was telling you off camera that I don't let the Rams losing affect my sleep or my relationships with my coworkers or my friends. My fandom is very much, it's something I celebrate, and I mourn when they lose.
Of course.
But when it comes to affecting like the other facets of my life, I don't want to do that. But yeah, this loss stung for myself and the Ramley, and I have no doubt it stung for the Rams players and coaches. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, I'm really glad we're on a bye week.
Yeah, definitely much needed. Definitely much needed bye week for you guys to kind of recuperate and get back to the drawing board and figure out what's going on. Tommy says, I don't know if this is the question that he was referring to, but he says the run defense has got on the Jags. Kyle will panic and be pass happy. I don't think the Jaguars defense is better than the Rams. I believe the Rams defense is way better than the Jags. And I don't know about you, Tommy, but I didn't see no panic in Kyle against the Rams on Monday night. So I don't think that's truthfully accurate. I don't think Kyle will panic. I think Kyle will run the ball as much as is permitted to run. And I think we'll be successful against the Jags personally.
I'm also
Was
I
it a
see
different
Tommy
question?
saying no the one after that.
Didn't help me. Not that one. Let's see here. Oh, the one to you. Payo, who you guys play after the bye? Oh, is that the
Packers.
one?
Yeah.
Because we talked about that
And then
one in
and then
depth.
after that he said he said Beaver home, that sucks, y'all play in Lambeau again. Yeah, yeah. Hey, it's gonna be a tough game, but we have a healthy Aaron Donald this time, so I'm excited about that.
The Rams own the Sea Chickens like the Niners own the
Oh,
Rams. Oh, did I read that right, Tommy? I gotta love it, bro. Who is your daddy? Um, Roberto Hastings, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? He says, wonder how he feels about beating. I don't know what he feels, man. The guy can't even play, so I can care less how his feelings are. I couldn't believe we passed on the linebacker that went to Carolina from the Cardinals. Roddick, Raheem Roddick, whatever his name is. That guy we could have picked him up instead of this guy from you guys. And bad choice by John Lynch. That was a bad move. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. And give my brother his
can we
time.
take one more question in
Oh
here?
sure. Whose
Yeah.
question was that?
Carthen
Hold on real
Matthew.
quick. Tommy, just rewrite your questions. I can't find
Yeah,
it, bro. So
yeah.
just make it easier, bro. Just rewrite it instead
Instead of
of
us
complaining
scrolling down
about
the
it, bro.
chat.
Come on, don't be a Rams fan.
Oh,
Anyway, go, who was?
hey,
He's complaining. He's like, just rewrite it, bro. Come on, don't
hey.
be hating on the Niners.
I see the one here that says, "Do you think Matt Stafford is not performing at his best due to Robert Woods' loss, and he has a special connection with one of his top guys?" That's a great question, and I I don't know if it's specifically Matt Stafford, but I think the offense as a whole, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp as a duel, they are a force for the Rams. And Robert Woods, in his career, he's missed 3 games up to this point. He's been so healthy. Again, like I said, he's really involved in the blocking game. He's a smart receiver. He runs a crossing route as good as anybody in the NFL. And yeah, he's pretty sure-handed catch guy. And he's often who we run like for our jet sweep. not this. He's not used the same way that the Niners use Deebo Samuel, but like there's some similarities in how they're used. But yeah, so he was noticed. Like it was noticed he was gone, and to see Van Jefferson be put in that kind of role that just didn't really go well. Larry, thank you for having me on and being part of this. But yeah, I definitely think Stafford having one less kind of sure-handed, Pro Bowl level receiver was noticeable.
Great question there. Larry, my brother, how you doing, bro? This guy is an awesome guy. Love to have him on my show. Very respectful.
Is he related to Max Kellerman?
Yes. Larry
Really?
Kellerman. Huh?
Is he related to Max Kellerman?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I didn't hear your...
the annoying...
Yeah, no.
He's ESPN guy?
Yeah. No, I hope not. Because then my whole perspective of Larry would be different. And I don't want that. But Larry's a cool guy, man. He says, good show, Beto, and thank you, Payo, for coming on. This guy's amazing. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Real quick, Josh is great stream. Josh, I appreciate you, brother. Paul Anderson, my brother from another mother. How you doing, sir?
Paul.
Welcome. Corey says, I'm sorry. You never, ever have to apologize, brother. You are fine. Things happen. Don't worry, brother. I was just giving you a hard time messing around. You're my brother, but never have to apologize, at least not to me, bro. You're the man. Debo and his celebration yesterday was planned out. The one where he laid down with his hands like this, kind of looking cute. I don't know what. I guess everybody has their celebration. I seen that one. I'm like, hey, okay, that don't look like anyway, Tommy, finally, you can see it now. It's not a question. It's a statement. What is it? you still didn't give me the statement. Am I missing something here, Tommy? Or are you playing like your Rams defense right now?
Hey. And shout out to Larry. I see he's from Vancouver, Canada. I'm near Toronto, Canadian. Woohoo.
Oh, look at you guys, neighbors.
Celebrate.
And he says no to your question.
He's not related to Max Kellerman.
And if he was, he probably would not admit it. But Tanisha, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Tommy says, Tommy, I can see that brother. Okay. I wrote it freaking twice, man. Did you see it?
Because I have... All I see is like Tommy says, "You lost my comment."
I see
the
those,
one about the Rams fan.
But I mean, if you see
after that, read my comment, Payo.
I mean, do you see it? Because you can see what I can see.
Do you see what I see?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got a Christmas song stuck in my head.
I know Christmas Day.
Yeah, the last one, like I see Tommy says, "Payo, who do you guys play after the bye?" We talked about that.
I brought that one up.
The Rams own the Sea Chickens at least.
I brought that one up.
Yeah. Hey, Payo. I see him.
That is a statement, but
that's
nothing
a good
to talk
statement.
about, right?
Yeah.
We missed that one. Sorry, Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy.
Yeah. I'm like, Tommy, are you still mad because you lost? Tell me how you really... He's a Rams fan. You're a Rams fan, right, Tommy?
Tommy's or am I tripping? Huge Rams fan.
Oh, he's a huge Rams fan. Okay, now I can see the frustration.
Yeah.
Now I can see the anger and I missed your comment, like your defense missed tackling Deebo Samuel.
Oh my! Wow.
I mean, am I wrong? I mean,
I'll take that. But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Payo time.
No, once the Rams beat the Niners, because that day will come. It will come. I want you to come over on my channel. We're gonna talk a little bit.
I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting desperately to come on your show, but I at this rate, I don't think it would ever happen, bro.
Well, I've had you on my show twice.
Different quarterback. No, I'm talking about you guys beating us.
Oh, okay.
You guys have different quarterback, same result. Okay, I don't know if it's Matthew Stafford was really Matthew Stafford or if it was Jared Goff underneath Stafford's costume, but. I mean, different quarterback, bro, but same results. Quarterback doesn't
frustrating.
matter. At first I thought it was that we owned Jared Goff.
Yeah.
But at this point, it seems like we own the Rams. And until you, just like Arizona owns us, not really owns us because we beat them twice last year. They beat us twice this year. But 5 games in a row, bro. That's 5 games in a row. If we beat you guys deep down inside, you know that you don't want to lose to the Niners week 18. Because if you do, you don't have to wait the whole offseason. No matter what you do in the playoffs, no matter what you do, Niners can always say, who is your daddy? So that game is going to be fun to watch, definitely. And this game is coming on Monday. Beto, I hate the Lambs. Don't ever insult me like that again. Okay, then I'm confused. So so I thought you said he was a huge Rams fan.
I'm joking.
You're messing with me. Yeah. Oh, that didn't help me. Thank you, Payo. He's a Niner fan?
Yeah, he's a huge 49ers fan, but he supports.
I've seen some of his comments regarding the Niners. Didn't seem like he was a Niner fan. Tommy, I apologize. My apologies. The way you were talking about the Niners and then how you said Kyle Shanahan is going to panic and throw. I mean, you were just being honest. Okay, reset. My apologies, Tommy. You're a Niner fan. I will not insult you like that again. And it is an insult calling you a Rams fan, so I can understand your frustration there. My apologies. Sorry.
I just, in several other streams, I like to bug Tommy a little bit and call him a Rams fan, but I know at heart he's a huge 49ers fan.
See, I really didn't know because I know he plays great guitar. I follow him on IG, plays great music, one hell of a talent musician. I just didn't really know what team he rooted for.
I'm still waiting for Tommy to do a cover of Fire and Flames by Dragon Force on his channel.
Ooh, I would like to hear that. Tommy, I accepted the comment when you made it and it went up. I don't know how they ain't seeing it. But both of us can see it, right? I mean, I can understand if I didn't see it.
What this comment is now. Like,
I don't understand why you just can't rewrite it. I mean,
well, he said he put it in twice,
and I didn't see it. But I seen all your other comments. I can understand if I didn't see no comments from Tommy. Now he's gonna make me look all the way through. But I don't even know what comment to look for. Yeah,
it must be like the best comment ever that YouTube's just like, it's too good. We can't let them see it.
I'm going to go through. Yeah. You know what?
I'm looking through the whole chat.
What am I suffering? I'm going to type his name only. Hold on real quick. I can do it this way. Tommy. Man, and it'll just bring me Tommy's it'll just give me Tommy's comments.
It's probably life-changing advice.
Rams own the chickens. Tommy, let's see here. Damn, that sucks. The Rams defense has. I read that one. The one about the Rams fans lost. Okay, this is where you say you lost my comment. So at this point.
Wait. Now Tommy's saying that Luke Luna just wrote it too. I don't see it from Luke Luna.
They're playing games with us, bro.
Yeah, they must be messing with it. Yeah.
Is it this one?
No.
Most Rams fans are really cool.
Oh.
Seagulls fans are straight trash. And Cardinal fans are straight bagwagon. Is this the one, Tommy? For the love of God. I think this is the
one. In that case, Tommy Huxley, thank you very much. Really appreciate you, man.
I can see why he got frustrated because he was making a compliment.
That is my favorite comment this stream.
That's it.
It was
Mira Tommy.
Yeah.
All right. Don't let me go make you swim with the fishes, homeboy. No, just kidding. Tommy, I got a. It's not how you start. It's how you finish, right? It's not.
This has been a fun stream, man. This has been a fun stream.
We gotta have fun, bro. And again, it wasn't about attacking the Rams. I gotta make fun of the Rams, because it's just we're 4-5, bro. You guys are still in it. And again, I said it in your show that the Rams lose. It's not the end of the world. But if the Niners would have lost, we would have been it would have been harder for us to get back in it. So we needed this win. And it was nice to win as dominant as we won because we made a statement that if we play like this, if this is the football that we're going to play from now on, we have a chance because we beat a good team and we beat them good in all aspects. So it was fun. Tommy, Luke Luna, thank you for rewriting it. Tommy, once again, my apologies for calling you a Rams fan. I apologize for that. That must have been very painful. I understand completely. We'll see you guys. Once again, Payo time. It was fun, enjoyable. Thank you for humbling yourself, coming on my show. I know it's not easy after a loss, but this is what we do. And if when we play you guys week 18 and we lose, I will be more than welcome. I probably won't be having as much fun as I had today, but I will come on your show nevertheless.
Niner Sickness, you have been one of my favorite people I've met through this YouTube adventure.
Likewise.
And I can honestly say, whether we win or lose, I'm always happy to talk football with you and anyone on your channel.
Likewise. Your channel is awesome too. Make sure you guys follow Payo Time. You guys want a lot of Rams content. He keeps it real, 100. So if you guys are interested to see what the Rams are doing the rest of the season, you guys want to know and keep up with the Rams just because they are in the West and they're the Niners competition, hey, listen to his channel. And he'll give you insight on what's happening with the Rams. So follow him on his channel on YouTube, Payo Time. Once again, sir, it was a pleasure. It was an honor having you on my show. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for stepping through. And thank you for that last minute save a heart attack. And you know what I mean by that. I appreciate you, bro. Never doubt you again. Until next time, God bless you all. Have a blessed day. And remember, God loves you. Peace.
Amen.